Okay, when you have finished your outline, you will start your painting, and I still have my plan in front of me to refer to. I've got my colors here, my paints, my tissue, and my water pot. And I've also got a brush that's going to create some lovely marks because it's quite a dry and hard bristled brush. So I'm going to pick up my paint, and if you're left-handed, you're going to start from right, working your way to the left. If you're right-handed, you'll work from left to right. I'm going to start with my fish, not my background. That is in case I don't get time to finish my fish, at least I don't have to worry about the background. So I'm just going to paint the edges first, not making any big marks, but just making sure that the edge is quite even. And then I'm going to go in and paint my marks. Remember, we're taking inspiration from the artist Andre Derain, so you need to use similar marks to the ones that he uses. And he uses a lot of marks that go sideways or horizontal, sorry. Okay, and you don't need to have too much paint on your brush. I'm just going over some of these marks. You don't want to go over the marks too much, because then you're going to end up with just one color. Some of you might have learned that from the 2 lessons ago when we were painting the marks, but hopefully you would have learned from that lesson and you don't make the same mistake. So I'm just going to clean my brush in the water pot, and then make sure that my brush is fully dry before I move on to the next color. The reason I want my brush to be dry is so that it can create as many marks as possible without the paint watering down and blending together. So I'm now moving on to a dark blue, and again I'm going to do the same thing where I map out the outline. I'm just gonna draw where that will end, and then I will continue to paint with some more marks. These marks I would actually plan to have swirling round. So I'm just going to create some marks like this. Again, without blending the blue too much. I want to be able to see the marks that my bristles create, and I want to see some gaps so that I can see what those marks that I've created are a bit clearer. Okay. Main thing is not to add too much paint to the point where you can't see your marks anymore. Again, I'm going to clean my brush. And on my plan, I've used pink. So what I need to do is mix some red with white, and I'm also going to add a little bit of purple just to add some cool color to it. You can see me mixing my colors here. Purple. It might not turn out exactly the color that you wanted it to be, but I suggest you ask your teacher whether it's a cool enough color or if it's looking a bit warm. For example, in my case, since my fish is cool colors, I don't want it to look warm. Okay, so it is looking a bit purple, but it's okay. So I'm again gonna paint out where I'm going to stop. It's actually most of the fish. I'm gonna stop about here. And you continue to do this with the rest of your fish. You could even not mix, but slightly drag the blue into the purple. Make sure you draw around the fin or any detail. And I'm just going to continue mixing more of this purpley, pinky color. finish this section.